Hello friends, welcome to my channel Creating Essence. I am Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you've been around here long, more than a year, you might be familiar with today's title and theme. And that is Wellness Wednesday. A couple of years ago, I started doing Wellness Wednesday, just sharing a little bit at a time about my health journey. I will give you a super brief recap because it's been a hot second since I've done a Wellness Wednesday video. I am just about 37 years old, so, you know, closing in on middle age. I have given birth to 7 children. I work multiple jobs from home. I also homeschool my kids, and we have a little suburban homestead, so that means lots of outdoor activity and manual labor stuff. And I also deal with an autoimmune disease called chronic fatigue syndrome. If you have any questions about the autoimmune stuff, I'll put a video explaining what I've dealt with for a few years now in the info box below. But we are starting fresh here and now as I am 11 weeks postpartum, almost 3 months. In the middle of August, I gave birth to baby number 7. After a pregnancy that was not my norm. Now, a key theme to my Wellness Wednesdays has been weight loss. I'm not someone who does gimmicks. I won't do keto. I won't do 21-day fix. If those things work for you, great. I refuse to do anything that is not a sustainable lifestyle, because as someone who has been very involved in health and fitness for the better part of the last 25 years, I am keenly aware of the fact that what you do to get into shape, improve your body, lose weight, improve your lifestyle, whatever those things may be, they cannot be temporary. They have to be permanent. Or as soon as you stop doing them, all the negative things that you were trying to change are immediately going to come back. So for me, it's about lifestyle change. It's about constantly working to improve my health, and part of that is weight loss. Now, during my pregnancy, I actually only gained 3 pounds, and I had a 9.5 pound baby. And I was not trying to lose weight. That's something I got a lot of flack for in my birth story video, which I'll also link below in case you care to hear about baby number 7's birth. A lot of people were like, it's not healthy to only gain 3 pounds during pregnancy and have a 9.5 pound baby. In my postpartum update, you lost 26 pounds when you had a baby. That's not healthy. Y'all, my body did what it wanted. It was a strange pregnancy unicorn. And now I am in postpartum and trying to figure out what this postpartum is going to look like for me. As a lot of you know, postpartum started out really, really rough for me. Very, very brief recap. About 3 hours after my daughter was born, a very easy, beautiful, peaceful, uncomplicated birth center birth. I developed very rare complications and hemorrhaged badly. I lost almost 3 liters of blood, which is the better majority of my total blood volume. I was hospitalized, and yeah, I literally almost died. I almost died. It is a true miracle that I did not need a hysterectomy. However, I have ultimately, how does one say, been left without my fertility. I can't have any more kids. And if I did happen to get pregnant, the odds of it being fatal for either me or both me and the baby are very good because of scar tissue and a whole host of things resulting from the trauma of postpartum treatment, we'll say, that I really can't, emotionally I can't go into details. I just don't want to melt into a puddle in front of you all while processing all of that. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, slow but sure. But the point is I can't have any more babies. So now is the time to make very intentional steps to get to the point of health where I want to be while I'm breastfeeding, because historically my metabolism crashes for a good while after my babies wean themselves. So I never diet when I am breastfeeding. That's just a fact. But I do take some intentional steps to improve my health, to be really intentional with my diet, and to exercise. And I also keep very close track of my supply, and if my body shows any signs of not being able to produce enough milk for my baby, then I just scale back on what I'm doing. I exercise less. I do things like burning less calories, because sometimes the body needs calories to make the calories. And sometimes you can eat whatever you want, however much or how little, and exercise however much you want, and your body will just answer that demand. So I'm really, really intentional to listen to my body do those things, because first and foremost, my baby needs to be fed. And I can wait if my body has decided it's not going to make the milk without keeping all those calories. That is kind of my number one thing. My babies usually breastfeed until about 2 years old, and I would really like to, as long as, you know, my body cooperates, be in optimal health and weight and condition by the time Giovanna weans in the next 1.5 to 2 years. I did have some autoimmune flare symptoms during pregnancy. Some of the issues that I dealt with that really restricted my diet during pregnancy, my weight gain issues, some skin issues I was having, and kind of seemed to point back to autoimmune symptoms that are not my usual. Aside from those things, I have been able to keep my body in remission just by using a clean diet and food source supplements for almost 3 years, which is very, very exciting. And I would love to continue that. It would be incredible if I could heal my body entirely, but I will settle with just living a clean, holistic lifestyle that keeps it in remission and keeps my body active and healthy. So here are my goals, probably for the foreseeable future, maybe the next year. Number one, make sure that my milk supply stays exactly where my baby needs it. Number two, to lose 50 pounds in the next 1.5 to 2 years. Number three, keep my autoimmune disease in remission. Those are the things that I really value for my overall wellness, and I feel like lend themselves to the greater picture of wellness instead of just a weight loss journey or a health journey. This is my overall person, my life, how I am working on better health and wellness. And then to answer the question, how I am going to do those things. I already explained how I'm going to handle the keeping up my breastfeeding supply for my baby, for my weight loss. My number one tactic for that has always been helpful, is food journaling, because I realized that I'm not fully conscious of just how much and what and the nutrition balance that I'm putting in my mouth unless I'm writing it down. So I'm going to start with food journaling. I am also getting back into my miracle morning routine, which if you don't know what that is, I will post a link to it in the info box below. Obviously it's going to be very heavily modified now that I have a baby that I am up with several times a night, but I'm working on that to be able to get my spiritual wellness goals met and get my exercise time in before the kids wake up for the day. I am using the streaming fitness program called Fit2Be. It is a fantastic program that is for the whole family. It's super affordable. I mean, 1 year of it with a professional trainer is as much as 6 weeks at our local YMCA with no trainer, just access to the facilities. I will be starting with a foundational 5 to help reconnect my core and get my core reconditioned after having a baby, because things get so stretched out making sure my diastasis recti is closed, and then continuing as I am capable up through the cardio, the weightlifting, the cycling, all the different areas that they work through on Fit to Be, because it is really an all-encompassing, full spectrum exercise program that works for anybody, and I love it. It has been really successful for me in the past, and I know it will continue to be successful for me. And the autoimmune issues, like I said, how I will reach the goal of keeping that in remission is good self-care, which is exercise and rest and the food source supplements that give me those nutrients I know that I can often lack. So that is all for this week's Wellness Wednesday. Those are my goals. That's how I'm trying to reach it. And I will check back in 2 weeks to let you all know how it's going. I would love to hear in the info box below if you all have any current health and wellness goals you're trying to reach and how you're trying to reach them. As always, my friends, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to hang out for more. I'll see you again soon.